All right. I think we can get started. Um, just quickly checking where the link is. All right. So, guys, glad to see you here. I know I see a lot of new faces, so really cool of you to join the town hall and see what we're all about. I think most of our project information you've probably already seen either on the website or in our Discord channels. If anything is unclear or if you have any questions, always feel free to ask whenever. But we're doing an AMA after we give some information, and you're free to either come on stage and ask your question or pose your question in the town hall questions or talk in a muted chat, whatever you think is easiest. Um, we are just gonna have a little chat on what we've been doing the past week and what our priorities are going forward now. And yeah, after we'll answer all the questions that you may have. So I I'll guess I'll go first. I just wanna. Oh wait, no. Ah yeah, there he is. Okay, I wanted to introduce Sneaks and Geeks, but he wasn't here yet. But now he is. So I'm gonna just ask him to come up to speak as well. He's gonna give a little introduction soonish. So yeah, he Sneaks and Geeks has come on the team as our marketeer, basically, our cranky marketeer. He's going to be helping out with the marketing and getting more eyes on the project. He's done some really cool things for Surging Bulls and for Foxy Fam. Actually met them through Foxy Fam. Um, and yeah, he has some cool plans for Cranky Critters going forward. I don't know if you want to say a bit about that, Sneaks.
Yeah, definitely. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your team and your community. Yeah, I was talking to Fluff early on, and I was just saying that what Cranky Critters has built with the community engagement in the Discord is miles ahead of what other projects have in their communities. I mean, projects that have been out for months aren't even as close as what this team has built in even a month away from it. So that's definitely a great sign for success. Just a little bit about me, I guess, my backstory, so you guys don't think I'm just some random guy. I got into the space in March of 2021 this year. I was really big into Top Shot. I was super invested into it. I so invested that I missed the whole Bored Ape and Cool Cat era, but I did end up selling most of my Top Shot stuff late July, and that's when I got more into the NFT Twitter space. Since then, I've modded for 5 different projects, but I stayed on 2 of them as what Fluff said, marketing. One of them is a Solana project called Surging Bulls. That project sold out in 10 seconds. And then Foxy Fam is another Ethereum project that some of you may know. That project also sold out. So my whole goal with this project, Cranky Critters, is to just get as much exposure as we can in the next month and hopefully even after that. And by doing that, I'm doing what's some of you may have seen Creator Convos, where I just reach out to a lot of different projects, ideally projects that are legit, that have a good following, that either have sold out or know how to have a successful project. So yeah, that's mostly for us, so we can learn about other projects, but mostly also so they can know about us, and then maybe we can get some collabs and giveaways through there. So if I'm not on Discord too much, it's probably because I'm drowning in Twitter DMs. But that's me. If you have any questions, you can always DM me too. I'm always available to respond.
Yeah, or post your questions now in the town hall questions, or raise your hand after. That's always an option as well. Yeah, thanks for the introduction. Really excited to be working with Sneaks. We've had some chats, and I really like his vision, and I think we're very like-minded on what we want to accomplish, and what our project is going to be capable of. So pretty excited for that. Um, a little bit about what I've been doing the past week. Um, I know I said I was gonna prioritize the roadmap image, but I haven't because there were some really interesting collab opportunities that came up. And yeah, I also ended up talking to Sneaks and onboarding him, so that was kind of a big deal as well. But yeah, I've been able to get some cool collabs going now and for in the future. And yeah, I had to just spend some time working through that. I can already maybe share some details like we will be doing a collab with Top Dog Beach Club, so that's going to be pretty cool. They're going to be putting some of our NFTs and pre-sale spots on their marketplace that people will be able to buy for snacks. Um, we're just waiting on the best time because obviously now is the holiday time, and I don't want to start it right away while everyone is celebrating Christmas or whatever they're celebrating. So we might do it in the week between Christmas and New Year's. As we've also got some cool things planned for after New Year's, because we feel like the attention span of the space is so short. We want to really get our marketing strategy going. Early January leading up to Mint. We have some cool ideas that we'll be implementing. So I think maybe in that week between Christmas and New Year's, we probably won't have a lot going on, as a lot of people will be occupied, and that might be a nice thing to launch there. So keep an eye out for that. That's gonna be cool. And other than that, yeah, my next prio is the roadmap. I just wanna, you might have seen our roadmap on the website or here in the Discord, and there's a lot of text there, not a lot of graphics, and I just want to make a graphic, that's visually pleasing, that's gonna catch the eye, and it's gonna give you all the information that you need from the get-go. So I'll be finishing that ASAP. And I'm also finishing. I'm prioritizing the XP system rewards because obviously I'm guessing a lot of you are still gathering XP by joining events like this one. You get XP for it, or by entering competitions. Basically, anything you do here that's any form of engagement. If it's sharing a drawing you made, or sharing a tweet, or yeah, anything, you get XP for it. And that's nice if you want to get on the pre-sale list, because obviously as you level up, you get on the pre-sale list. But there's a lot of our OGs and people that are already on the pre-sale list that that keep engaging and that keep getting XP, and we just want to implement a fun reward system that you can spend your XP on, and you can actually buy something, kinda. And yeah, when you do that, you're gonna lose the XP that you spend, and you're gonna be able to, purchase things. I'm we've got the rewards and stuff sorted out. We also agreed on a system to make that work. I just need to implement it. So normally it shouldn't take too long, and I'm really hoping to finish it this week, so that everyone that has been gaining XP knows what to do with it. um, yeah, so that's definitely another priority for me. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know. I'll give the torch to Arno, so he can say a bit about what he's been doing, what his priorities are.
Yo, yo, it's your boy, Chicken Gang for life. So, what have I been doing? I have, well, it's always like kind of uneventful when it's my turn because essentially I've just been drawing traits for the Mecha Crank, the Mecha Cranks, because there'll be multiple. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I took part of in the brainstorming session with Fluff and Nature about the next wheel, uh, name TBD, but I'm very proud of the name I came up with. And we also brainstormed the XP rewards to go into the store. which we're also very proud of. Other than that, I've also been flowcharting the game a little more. I actually reached out to a couple game designers for some tips and advice. Also, to already ask if they'd be up for giving feedback later down the line when we're a little more ahead. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing.
Yeah,
Pretty slow artist life.
I get that. I mean,
Mhm.
I think most of your work was at the start. Well,
Yeah, it's also
obviously,
like I draw. I can talk about every line I draw, but it's not that interesting.
yeah, no, but we appreciate, the status update, so people kind of know what you've been up to. So, Nature, you wanna talk a bit about, what you've done and what your priorities are next?
Yep, I've done nothing to report. No,
Such a
we
valuable asset to the team.
it's the pretty face. I keep saying it.
Yeah.
No, we the new holiday wheels up. We've been working on that as well as brainstorming for the EXP or the XP system. But also doing write-ups for some of the announcements. I had a pretty big ecom push with the holidays this week, so I plan to be a lot more present for next week as far as doing some announcements with my own little flavor on them. But then, yeah, figuring out for mod battles and voting on all of the lovely submissions all of you fine people have submitted in all of the channels we got going on for our stuff. So it's been a fun week.
Yeah, definitely. Do you, I know we talked about this a little bit last time, how we are planning to make an onboarding guide, for people new in the space, because obviously we want to target, board game enthusiasts that aren't in the NFT space yet, and Nature is kind of running that project on, you know, providing a guide and like I don't know what the term is, like a keyword glossary, or I don't know how you would
Yeah,
call it.
it's an index, a collection of links, a sort of a where to start, how to do this sort of guide. And then as we get closer to mint date, we're also going to do sort of a rundown of, okay, here we go. Here's how you do your first mint if that's your case.
Yeah, so Nature is still working on that. Do you have like an estimate for when we can expect that, or is that still a bit up in the air?
It should be done by Saturday.
Okay, cool. That's exciting, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, going into the new year, definitely we'll be able to target, a lot more people. Um, I'm going to also speak for Rune because he's out today. He he had he's otherwise engaged, but he told me what to say, what he has done, and yeah, I don't know if I 100% understand it because I'm not that tech savvy, but the
Please say it in his tone of voice.
okay, what is his tone of voice? Can't make it to the town hall. That's not really it, right? Okay, so Rune said yeah he can't make it to the town hall, so he has been working on the Wheel of Rune. The few people that were here yesterday during our Thanksgiving live stream, you encountered the Wheel of Rune. Basically, what happened was he was supposed to show the regular wheel because I was away and he showed his wheel. So he made a wheel and actually it's been really fun. So I think we're gonna make that wheel pop up once in a while out of the blue. We'll see. Um, anyway, he's really proud of it. But yeah, on a serious note, he has been investigating Merkle proofing for pre-sale. I gotta be honest, I don't know what Merkle proofing is, but I know he's looking into, doing the pre-sale on chain or off chain, as it's a big difference, in gas fees and stuff like that. So yeah, he says Merkle proofing for pre-sale seems like the way to go. So anyone that knows what that is, that's what he said. um, and yeah, what he's gonna do next week, he's going to be finishing the new updated contract and hopefully the mint page as well. And he's going to be rolling the final 6,000 critters, which is really exciting. And yeah, he's going to be discussing more board. He's going to be discussing the board of the board game with Arno over Christmas dinner. Because yeah, obviously we're having Christmas dinner together since we're a family. Yeah, I'm there too. So it's gonna be kind of like a Christmas business meeting. It's gonna be fun. We're very excited, about the project, and we want to take
Yeah, my
every.
wife my wife is gonna be so happy about that.
Well, she likes board games, so
That's true.
she can pitch in, how about the board, what it's supposed to look like. And obviously, we're gonna get some drafts ready, and we're gonna, pass them along to you. And as soon as people have minted and have their tokens, we set up our snapshot, and we can start, the community voting process, and you'll be able to, pitch in about what we're doing, design-wise and mechanic-wise and stuff like that. That's exciting as well. So yeah, that is Rune's part. I hope that was kind of clear. He said if there's any dev questions, feel free to drop them in the town hall questions channel, and he'll be able to answer as soon as he gets home. 'Cause yeah, obviously I'm not that tech savvy. I can't help with that. Yeah. So I think that was it for what we've been doing and what's coming up. Um, I know because we delayed it, Arno promised some alpha. For the people that don't know what alpha is, it's kind of like news, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, new information that you get like the first info on. Yeah, we basically, what we are actually also doing right now, what we're setting up, and I'm pretty excited about is, um, well, for the people that were here last week, we did the mod brawl between Nature and Kendrick. How they were, pitched against each other, and we had to pick teams, and everyone that participated got a POAP, and the winners got raffled a Cranky Critter. Um, well, we really liked it. It was very on brand for us. It was a lot of fun, and we got a lot of feedback from the community that they really liked it as well. That you guys liked it. So we've been thinking on how we can make that like a permanent thing in our event schedule kinda. So we're definitely looking into doing regular mod brawls that it will be open to the entire mod team. We're gonna, kind of switch it around, see who has to battle who. I know Kendrick is still hoping to beat Nature once and reclaim his honor, so that's definitely in the cards as well. Um, so yeah, those internal mod brawls in our community. We're looking at ways to set up a system, make them recurrent, and yeah, I think it's definitely going to be along the lines of what we did last time, where you're gonna have to pick a team, and it could be like a 1v1, like Kendrick versus Nature. It could also be like a five well, a 1v1 but with five, if that makes sense. And then you have to choose.
So a 5v5.
Yeah, it's not a 5v5 because then you need 10 people. If it's like the five of us, battling
It's a
against each.
1v1v1v1v1.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, just like a free for all
Yeah,
or a deathmatch.
yeah, deathmatch. Let's call it the battle royale of the mods or something like
We
that.
already have something that's called
Yeah,
Battle
I know,
Royale.
I know. That's gonna be confusing. Anyway, we're doing that. But what's more exciting is we have a really fun idea. We want to actually start something in the NFT space. We want to start doing community brawls. So basically, Cranky Critters versus other communities. And the system is gonna be similar. Attendance is gonna get you a cool POAP. So people that participate or um, come and join and watch, the people that are participating. Everyone that is engaging with that, they're gonna get a cool POAP, and winners are gonna enter a raffle to get something for free, like a free NFT. And yeah, I've already talked to some communities that are also really excited about it. So this is something that's definitely happening. We're in the process of setting up a system uh, on what the best way to go about that is. Is it going to be something um, that's always on our Discord, or how are we going to do it with branding, stuff like that? Because we want to make it like a really a really fun big thing. But I can already say that Top Dog Beach Club, Dorkies, and Society of the Hourglass all are really excited to get in on it. So that's already some cool names that we're going to be able to battle against. So yeah, that's kind of the additional alpha that we wanted to drop, something that we're working on. I don't know if you guys wanted to mention anything else, anything that I forgot. Arno or Nature or
I think you
Sneaks?
got all the bullet points.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Well, you guys, if you have any questions, now is the we'll open the AMA now. So now is the time to raise your hand if you have any questions. There's also some questions already in the Town Hall questions channel. So if
Sure.
nobody raises their hand, I guess we can start with those.
Sure. If you want, I can read one off to you to start it off.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it like that.
Nice. So Hubsy has a good couple questions to start off. Great job on the recent Twitter Spaces and engagement. Are there any plans to ramp this up even further coming up to Mint, or any new ideas you can share?
Yes. So, kind of what I just mentioned, like we're looking into, doing like community brawls, which is also going to be like something uh, engaging cross community that's going to help, get some more eyes on the project. And definitely, Sneaks is going to continue the new critter convos. He's going to try to do as many as he can, from what I understood. So that should also help, get some more eyes on us. And yeah, leading up to Mint, like past after New Year's, we will be making some cool honorary critters, maybe for some people that we maybe want to attract.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's happening, but I just didn't want to spoil it yet.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I wasn't sure, but we're not gonna say who yet. So the people that are gonna get it don't know yet, at least, right? And you don't know what it's gonna look like yet. So
I know what it's gonna look like.
yeah, you do, but we don't. Sorry if I spoil that, Arno.
Yeah, no worries. Now I don't have anything to talk about next week.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to talk about,
Drawing.
I don't know, maybe the branding for the
I'll talk about some merch next week.
yeah. I don't want to spoil anything about that, but we can talk about merch next week. Okay. And I just want to mention like that guide that Nature is making. When we have that on point, we'll also start marketing it to board game enthusiasts that are not yet in the space.
Yeah,
So
Kenrick isn't here, but Kenrick spent a lot of time this week perusing various board game discords and forums, talking to people, getting them hyped up for the idea, and most of them were incredibly intrigued by what we were doing. So I think if we get one of those guides in place, that will like attract a bunch of more people from the outside in.
yeah. So
Yeah, and
sorry.
Agreed.
just to touch on what you said originally, yeah. So the critter combos, I'm trying to do as many as I can. Ideally, I'd love to do them every day, but projects are sometimes slow to getting back to me, and a lot of them are going to be out or doing stuff this weekend, which is understandable. But we do have one today at 4, and I'm trying to schedule the next one. Well, the next one will be for next Wednesday. I just haven't posted with who yet because I have 3 that confirmed, and I'm waiting to hear back from one more before I post it. But yeah, I'm going to try to do as many as I can every day for this month and next month.
That's really cool. If any of you guys are in like other communities that you think would be interested in that, also feel free to reach out. Um, or mention them to us, and we can get in touch with them. And when Sneak says 4, he means like in 30 minutes, because that's for PST, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 minutes from now.
Okay. So, Caddy, I see
You have
you came up on stage. Do you have a question or something you want to say?
Yeah, I got a few things. One, when Moon. Would that was just a joke, but you know. Um, no, but I'd actually Snakes. You're gonna have that on your Twitter space, right? Or are you gonna throw a link up or
Say that again. I'm sorry, I missed it.
for the space that you're going into?
Oh
Because
yeah,
I'll
be on the
I'll join in.
I'll be on the Cranky Critters official Twitter, and then I'll make an announcement in a couple minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just set a reminder on that one. Okay, cool. Okay, what was I saying? Arno, I had a question for you. And I don't know if this is stated anywhere on the website or anything, but how many traits are there going to be for?
That's a very good question. That's actually like more of a rune question, because I drew a shitload of them, like,
Mhm.
and a bunch of them didn't make it in. How many traits in total? I'll start counting now, and I'll get back to you in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, for
Well,
him it
I'll
was
probably
just
give you the wrong number, but it'll be very close.
okay, that's perfect. What were you saying, Flap?
no. I just wanted to say, like, for Arno, it was just on automatic pilot. He was just drawing, drawing,
Oh
drawing,
yeah,
and
I was banging them out, and then Rune and Fluffer saying, "Yeah, this one. No, not this one. Yeah, this one." So now I have a Photoshop file with like 1,000 traits in there, but a lot of them didn't get used. So
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But when you say a
Um,
lot, it was also like some recolors, because we
yeah, yeah,
wanted
yeah, true,
most
true,
of them
true.
to be unique. Like,
Yeah, we noticed like a
mhm.
bunch of projects are doing recolors of like popular traits they have,
Yeah,
and we didn't want to do that. We wanted to steer away of as many recolors as possible.
yeah, because we want the critters
you
to
said
feel as unique.
recolors as in like just a different color
Yeah,
on
just like, oh, this one has a
the
green
trait.
sweater, this one has the same sweater but in red and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, okay, I get what you're
We
saying.
didn't want to do that. We felt like that would like
Mhm.
cheapen the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I actually looked into um, jumping into the whole scene and actually just doing my own little cheapo, weird art, and said doing it myself because there's videos out there to do it. But besides the point. And I really don't have the patience for that nor the time for now. Anyways, what the hell else was I gonna say? I forget. Shit. I should write these things down. I have a really bad memory. Um,
Well, you can always, like,
um.
next time post them in the town hall questions, and if you're there,
Yeah,
you can
right.
pose them.
That would probably help.
Yeah, but
So
we
I haven't gotten back from my second cousin yet either.
you can.
I do have a few communities that I speak to in the one you're familiar with, Fluff. Um, that one there's probably a few people that would be super interested, and I'll say something in there and see
Definitely.
what's up.
That's cool.
Um, the um, yeah, I forget what the hell else I was gonna say.
Well,
It's been a long day for me.
take a moment and gather your thoughts, and maybe in the meantime we'll get to the next question by Hopsy, and whenever you
Definitely.
remember what you wanted to ask, you can
I'll hang
ask.
out, drink my coffee.
Right. Have you got to an answer on decentralizing quick flippers when sales on secondary start? I think you mentioned discussing at your next team meeting.
Yeah, Arno was gonna talk about that.
Oh, yeah, I was counting traits.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Um,
sorry.
so yeah, we've had a bunch of talks about discouraging quick flippers and stuff. Um, it's a very tricky subject because everything you do to discourage quick flips is also gonna counteract the initial marketing you're gonna have of the project, because you have to see it in a way like if you have a bunch of people buy in because they think the project is gonna be valuable in the short term, your project is gonna start trending on websites that have a lot of traffic right now, like Nansen and Icy Tools and stuff. If you start asking more royalties at the start for a couple of days and then dropping it down, you might lose a bunch of people and you might lose an enormous like marketing incentive. So we have decided to look at stuff more long term. Wait, Rune had a good way of putting it. We don't want to. He essentially said we don't want to discourage people with the price. Encourage people with the price. We want to encourage people with the quality that we're offering. So essentially, we're kind of banking on being a very long-term project with the board game and the digital board game and a lot more stuff in the future that we hope people will just stick around. We'll have to suffer through the quick flips, but seeing the community we have now and the people that are already lined up to buy our project, I think we have more staying power than just like being a quick flip project.
Yeah, and also want to add to that, we're not just only going to look at the long term, because we know that the short term is equally important. People, I mean, are not going to buy in and then not look at the NFT for a year, because that's just not how the space works. So that's why we also have like a lot of short term, fun things planned, and we'll also be doing these, these game nights and these community brawls and, stuff that it's gonna keep drawing eyes to the project and keep some momentum going, hopefully. Because obviously we have the battle royale coming a few weeks after launch, so that's something that we're gonna jump on quite soon after mint to promote that and our you know game nights and our merch and stuff, of course. Um, so yeah, that I just wanted to add that as well. Like mainly, of course, we're thinking very long term because we want to really build this and grow it. But we know, especially in the NFT space, short term is also really important to most people because you can't just disappear for weeks and expect people to stick around. Especially in the NFT space, weeks feel like years, and it'll feel like project is abandoned. So we'll
Yeah.
definitely, try to keep providing utility constantly.
Yeah, so the buzzword is like continual value, not long term, not short
Yeah,
term, but like all over the place.
I think that's a better
And
word. Yeah.
yeah, and like looking at projects that are incredibly successful, the projects we look up to, they all started out with like a bunch of quick flips. The negative is your price might drop a little. The positive is if you have a couple quick flips, people start talking about your project. Your project reaches more people in like a sense of, oh, this might be valuable, but we're hoping to draw more people in because we're building value here.
Yeah, I hope that
Yeah,
answers your
that's
question.
yeah, that's a long answer for a short question.
Dr. Yu answers, any project that sells out quickly within 24 hours is a quick flip project. To be fair, that scenario doesn't hurt the project, to be fair.
Yeah, true. We also we still don't really have any idea of how our sale is gonna go. Like we're all incredibly optimistic, but we all have our heads down in so much work that we're not really like calculating like, oh, if this many people buy and then stuff like this. We're just like putting our heads down and doing the work. That's the main thing we're doing.
Definitely. People who want to stay long term will stay. People will cash in on a sellout. For sure. I mean, they got to understand they're missing out on a pretty badass board game if they do, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's free. Like, why would you not wait? So,
That's it. It's part of the deal here. It's
yeah,
baked in.
yeah.
So just moving to the next one then. Some recent discussion on tutorials was great, especially getting new people in the space. Are we looking to do this here? Maybe a good possibility if others use and have CC branding. Definitely. I mean, that's in the sort of vein of what we were talking about before, that Fluff reminded us of with the tutorial. Um, I had been thinking to do it in a sort of how to play the game rules of play, how you win, that kind of thing. But uh, I haven't quite nailed it yet to the way that it can. It's still mostly about the tutorial, but the joke is in there, if that makes sense. But definitely some visual tutorials would be cool down the line, that sort of thing. I'm a visual person, so I can definitely see that being a helpful tool, especially to reach out to people with.
I
I
agree.
also wanted to add, as the artist, real quick,
Yeah.
that we are gonna have a big talk this coming week between Christmas and New Year about the copyright situation of using Cranky Critters assets. And essentially, I think we want to be as open as possible, while also realizing that we are an official company. So we kind of need to have a talk about what the line is that we're gonna walk. But yeah, that information is also going to be probably gonna come out like the next town hall because we need to have that talk. And but yeah, so using assets is a-okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Awesome.
we have the assets on the Discord that you can, especially until mint, just use to get more eyes on the project, obviously. Um, and yeah, we'll definitely get back to you about going forward, what can be done with the assets, and thinking of also providing banners and stuff like that that you would be able to use indefinitely or something like that. And just to quickly pick up on what Nature was saying, like doing it visually, I think for people not familiar in the NFT space or people just looking for tutorials, YouTube is a very big tool, like a very big platform that people are going to be using to look for NFT information, and I would love to get some YouTube tutorials out there as well. We have a YouTube channel now, so we can definitely do that.
I 100% am ready for the visual aspect of it because I am as well a visual learner. So I think that a YouTube video would help out a metric ton. I had a question. I've remembered my question.
Yes.
Um, do you have a pricing on what you're going to be? Let's say, do do you have to? This is after the public mint is done, and everybody has their critters, and they're all sold out. And then the board game's ready to be sold. Do you guys have a price idea about what's going on with that? Because I have several people that I feel um, could benefit from a Cranky Critters board game.
Arno, do you want to take that or should I answer?
Oh yeah, so if you have a critter, you're gonna get a board game for free. But that's like that was already communicated. Other than that, pricing if the board game does go public, because the first concern we have, well, not a concern, the first thing we're gonna do is get the board game into the hands of the holders. Secondly, we will probably look into ways to make it a public board game. The issue there is that we're gonna have to reach out to publishers, like board game publishers, because you can't just push a board game into stores, because we would have to email a bajillion stores and ship them all out separately. So we'd have to partner with a publisher. So we don't really have an idea yet on pricing and stuff like that. Because we're focusing on rewarding the people that believe in us first.
Okay, yeah, I'm all for it. But what I'm getting at is instead of me getting one, you know, what if I, say, hey, this person wants one, this person wants one. You know what I mean? Like I want to give to several people. I have. This is going to be a game that's going to be kid friendly. So in a way, right? Am I wrong when I say that, or is this going to be like?
No, it's gonna be kid friendly. Like
Okay, so perfect. So I mean, I have several people in mind as far as friends go that I would love to be like, hey, I'm part of this community. Um, I know you guys play video games or board games or whatever, and be like, we should play this game together. I think what I would do initially is just bring the one that I personally have that I would get for free because I'm a holder, and show them how it works. And let's say, hey, oh, they want one because it was so much fun type thing. I could just get with you guys, right? We could just work that out. We could just talk about it when the time comes. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think. Oh,
I'm looking at Fluff.
yeah. Sorry, I was muted. Sorry, I was talking, but I was muted. Yeah, I think yeah, definitely, because I think the first step for us is going to be um, selling it in our own web shop before reaching out to publishers and stuff. But also like a toned down version. The holders are always gonna get an exclusive limited edition version. Um, there's only gonna be 6,000 of those. There's not gonna be more. And obviously the people that hold the Mega Crank are gonna get like the super limited edition. That's only gonna be 100.
Well,
And
yeah, I'll have that. So you can just send it to me now. It's fine.
so yeah, just the if I mean obviously we want the board game to be successful, and if we can offer that in our own web store, like the toned down version, to get some additional revenue outside of the NFT space to also fund growing and fund the expansions and stuff. I think that would be really interesting. Um, so I think yeah, definitely something could be arranged.
Sweet. I'm all for it. I'm excited. It'll get me back into the board game scene. Um, because it's been a while. And I think the last time I played a board game, I was playing Monopoly with a few of my friends, and we were, oh god, it was a drunken night. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I think
I don't.
COVID has definitely, ruined game nights for many people for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hoping to, hopefully things will get better and we'll be able to do a lot of those. And also, with the
Yeah.
digital version, that should open, possibilities to play with the community or play remote at least.
Hell yeah. Okay, that was my question. I took forever to remember.
All right.
So
It was a
I
good
thank
question,
you
so thank you
for
for
answering.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
definitely. Moving along to Hobbsy's next question about merch. Anything we could share about some Cranky Critters merch, POAP, or certain past exclusive merch would also be great. I believe that Arno was just mentioning about some merch information later on.
What is merch? I have no idea what that word is. I can't know. I have no info.
Is merchandise, sir.
I don't know. I can't say anything.
I just want to say, Hobsy, for your question, if you look at the next wheel, there's going to be um, there's going to be one of the options on the wheel is going to be share some alpha. I think you should attend the Cranksgiving live streams just in case we drop on that segment of the wheel and we might say some more about merch.
That sounded like some alpha right there.
Maybe,
alpha,
but
pre-alpha,
yeah,
alpha.
pre-alpha, non-alpha, alpha, yeah. But definitely, yeah. Keep an eye out for the Cranksgiving wheel. Oh, guys, I know there's a lot of new people here. If you don't know what the Cranksgiving wheel is, I know we talk about it a lot and it might be confusing for new people. Basically, after Cranksgiving, we started an event, Cranksgiving all the way to Christmas, which is where every day we live stream for a few minutes and we spin a wheel that has a lot of events and things on it, to pick a random event of the day. To kind of build the community, build the engagement, and it's been really really fun, and the community has really liked it. So we decided to obviously Christmas is in 2 days. We decided after Christmas to start another wheel all the way to mint. So we'll keep doing those daily live streams, where we will have a random event of the day. Uh, you can see them on the spinning wheel when you join the stream. And yeah, one of those is going to be share some alpha.
Awesome. A bit of a discussion piece coming up. We've got a few more questions after that, so I'll go through this one and maybe we can answer it. Maybe give a bit more detail afterwards as well. Discussing this, we've discussed this before. Seen many projects struggle to sell out, even 6 to 8K collections without serious amounts of hype. Seems like hype is greater than project quality for a lot of projects in terms of sellout at mint. This is not the measure of success for the project. However, minting will get in a significant amount of funds at the start of the project. Are we firm on the deadline of January 10th and the mint date? Also, are we firm on the mint amount of 6,000? Be interested to get Sneak's take on this and what he sees as a success for project and see how it may have changed over the past few months.
Yeah, Sneaks, do you want to answer it first, or should I give my take and then you give your take?
Yeah, I'll give my personal take on it, just from the projects I've been in and what I've seen. I think 6,000 is definitely a doable number because once it reaches 10 and 15, it starts to get a little hard to reach sellouts, especially now in this time when there's a lot of competition. Um, Obviously, there's been projects where they don't sell out right away, and they have to have the discussion of cutting it in half, and that just sucks in terms of just for the artist's perspective, and because there's a lot of things you don't get to see for cutting it, so no one wants to do that. But I think personally, and I'm not being biased, but how active the devs and the team are for this project, and if more people we can get in a month to see that and the utility behind the board game, I think that's enough for it to for have a sellout. Maybe not in 10 seconds like some do, but definitely within a couple days. I mean, fingers crossed. But I mean, this project has all the check marks for a successful mint. Um, but that's just my personal take. I think 6,000 is not that much to reach that goal. Um, 10,000 and up, I think, is a little too much in this NFT space, but that's just me. Fluff, do you have any opinions on that?
No, I agree with you. I think 10,000 is way too much with all the projects popping up. And especially, for us, since we're doing like the board game and the tangible item, we felt like 6,000 was already like a fair amount of a limited edition board game. We didn't want to, make it that um, attainable that it wouldn't be that limited edition anymore, if you understand what I mean. Um, and no, we're definitely not um, going to be changing the mint date. So it's going to be January 10th. So we're pretty firm on that. But I do see your point. I think some kind of hype is definitely important. Um, to get some eyes on it. We That's why I said, we have some a marketing strategy in place, especially, after the New Year's, where there's only gonna be like 10 days left. That's when we're gonna really start, you know, trying to get our marketing strategy going, because the attention span in the space is so small. I think it would be a waste of our resources if we did it now. If you come across a project that is interesting, but it mints in 2, 3 weeks, um, yeah, you'll try to keep an eye on it, but you'll also encounter other things along the way. And I don't know, if you see an interesting project and it mints in 2, 3 days, that's really easy to remember. And you set your alarm. That's kind of our take on it. So yeah, we do feel like hype is important. Maybe not the kind of hype that attracts all the flippers, but more so, to get our name out there. And I think we're doing a good job. Like Sneak said, in the meeting that I had with Top Dog Beach Club, I know they mentioned like, "Oh, you guys, I'm seeing your name pop up in different discords. You guys seem really busy." I think that's a really good sign already that we're getting our name out there and people are starting to notice. Um, So
I
yeah,
agree.
I think I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, Arno or Nature or Rune.
I'd actually like to just say that as far as the term hype is concerned, I feel like there should be careful use of it, or at least I use it carefully when I talk about projects that I really like, because I feel like there's almost a connotation with the word hype, to where there's like you're saying, Hobbsy, about like hype equaling more than the actual worth of the project itself. So if I can just share how I feel about this project and how I share my excitement for it outwards, is that we're all hyped in here, and then people can clearly see that from the outside. So as long as we can provide a clear track for them to come in and sort of be part of the community that we welcome them to, and all of you are like a great addition to, then it's like we've got like Dijon hype. It's like refined, if that makes any sense.
Dijon hype. That is a that's great. Um, yeah, I would agree. I don't see it being an issue of not selling right away. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to get rid of all of them and have all that money just ready to be able to go into the next step. But like we're building quality here. This is something that if it was to be sold in a couple of days, it wouldn't. I don't think it would be something that would last. I feel like this is something that um, done the way that it's been done, and continuing to go into the spaces and talking to these communities and going into and every single time there's multiple people that are talking and always interested. Like anytime that I've been in these spaces, I've when we were in Zenica's or with Foxy or any of the other ones that we've been in, there's always been like, oh wow, this is interesting. Oh, how would you do that? And there's always talks about it, and then you see a spike of 10, 15 people come in. That I think continuing to do that and not focusing on hype and whether it's gonna make a millions and millions of dollars or whatever, like it's gonna work itself out completely fine. The art's awesome, the idea is awesome, the people are awesome. I mean, I feel like we're gonna be plenty fine. And
I appreciate
anybody
that.
that has anybody that has doubts, I mean, like I feel like you should spend some time and hang out. I haven't been very in the chat lately because I've just been trying to work on life stuff. But I mean, hanging out in the chat the first week, I mean, I loved it. I mean, I still love it, uh, and it brings a lot of value to my life just hanging out inside the chat. So I have no worries, and I don't think you guys should worry either. So
Well, much
that's just my
I
appreciated.
two
don't want
cents.
to.
Much appreciated,
Uh,
Kelly, for saying that. I think Sneaks has to go.
I was about to say I don't want to cut anybody off. Keep going. I just want to don't want to keep the guests waiting. I'll let them know that you guys will show up if you guys want to come through. But I'll start at like 4:05. But I'll just be in the spaces in the meantime.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna start the spaces. Kelly, I really appreciate what you said also about the community. Um, it's always refreshing to hear that from a community perspective. So I think we're doing a good job. At least I hope. Um, I suggest, there's a few more questions I see. Let's try to, get through them, and then we can maybe hop onto the space and show some support there as well for the people that who still have time and are interested in that. Um,
Let's do it.
yeah.
We've got a question here that was sort of answered in chat, but what about shipping costs? Also, is there a deadline for the release of the board game?
Yeah, the shipping cost is included. Like you're not gonna have to pay anything. We're gonna airdrop you a code that you can use on a storefront that's gonna give you the board game for free with the shipping included. The only thing that we have to still look into is import taxes. So I think it'll depend on the shipping carrier and if we can get that included somehow or not. Because I know I've seen some businesses, add a bit, and that usually covers it. We'll have to look into that more, but definitely just shipping is included. You won't have to pay shipping, and the deadline for the release of the board game, we have the release scheduled for late 2020. To be shipped out. We're not gonna put
Yes,
it.
we are releasing in the past.
Oh, damn it. 22.
We have figured out time travel. You should already have your board game.
If you don't, I'm sorry. It probably got lost in the shipping. Bye. No, I'm sorry. 22. Late 22. We're not gonna put a hard deadline on that because I know there have been some delays in production due to COVID and stuff, and we don't really know how that's gonna evolve. So I don't want to put like a hard deadline on it. But according to our timetable and our schedule, the board game should be shipped like late 22. Next question.
Are we shipping from within the EU? Rune has answered. Looking at different options.
Looking at different.
Yeah, we're still looking into it. We're gonna see what the most viable one is. Shipping from Belgium, as someone who's been doing it for 5 years, is practically impossible. So we're looking at options.
Nice. All right. I think we have one more matter of business, and that is
Oh,
to award
wait.
some OG roles.
There's another question. Donnie asked,
Oh,
"Where do
there
you
is?
see the project in 5 years?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped over that one. That is my bad.
I'm just checking real quick if that was Rune. What did you say? Good question. That one's for Fluff.
No, we can't hear you, Rune. Has he been talking?
Oh, I hope not, Rune. We haven't heard a thing you've said.
Well, you guys missed all of Rune's alpha because he
Oh no,
can't
I think he
learn.
meant the Donnie question because he first
Oh,
made a
okay.
joke almost ready for mint. Okay, so where do you see the project in 5 years? Hopefully on the moon. No, sorry, that's a cheesy answer. We really want to build this brand. Like this is a long-term play for us. Like 5-10 years, hopefully, we'll be like a big brand that has board games, different ones, and digital games and events, um, and merch. I think that's the main goal. The vision we have is to build this as a brand, and this is the starting point for us. These are the NFTs that we're offering for sale for people that want to get in on the brand at the start, and these are the people, hopefully you guys, that we are always going to keep rewarding um, in the future. I think I kind of want to compare it to Bored Apes, not too much, but kind of the way they do it is, as long as you hold your ape, you've already like made so much money out of it, and you didn't even have to sell your ape. You got the dogs, you got the mutants. Like holding is a much better play than selling it, and that's kind of what we wanna accomplish with Cranky Critters as well. So definitely big plans moving forward. Yes, Fash, we shall hodl. I think that's all the questions. I don't know if you guys wanted to mention anything else about the 5 year thing. Do you think I covered that?
I can't even think of what I'm doing later tonight. So
I just want to be friends with Hard Rock Nick in 5 years. That's like my goal.
I think we
Personal
can
goal.
get you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, if you
Yeah,
wanna,
we're dilly dallying. We're gonna go to the Twitter
yeah,
space.
we're
Doc
gonna
Yes.
Whiskey, thank you.
Yes.
just wanna
One more
quickly
matter of business.
one more
Let's
matter of
go.
business. We wanna award some OGs. We wanna award some OGs. Sorry. So yeah. Let me just quickly see if they are here. Where's Faj? Faj, we wanna award you an OG role.
Dun, ta-da.
Ta-da! By the way, guys, if you don't know what the OG role does, there's like a full explanation in the pre-sale info. Basically, it's gonna give you an OG critter pass when you hold a critter, and it's gonna give you lifetime mints. So it's really cool. um, so yeah, and the way you get it is just be interested in the project. You don't even have to be like, you don't have to be engagement farming. You don't have to be super active. If you ask like insightful questions, like Hopsy does, or if you share some of your art and just show like an interest in the project, basically, you'll definitely make it, kind of. Okay, so Flash, you're the first one. I also
Da, da,
wanted to
da.
give it to Ham Gangster. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce your name there.
Love that name.
Yeah, I do too. So, Graz, Ham Gangster, you're also one of us. And I think another one that we wanted to reward is not here right now, right?
Not currently.
Well,
No.
we'll maybe do it when he's on, but basically
Hmm?
we wanted also to reward Sleepy Magoo with the role. So next time you see him, you'll know that happened.
Congratulations for Slippy.
So yeah, we're always like keeping an eye out, and like I said, we're not looking for the most active people. Maybe just the most interested people, or like the most authentic interested people. I mean, if you hop in like twice a week to check on the project and ask how it's going, I think that's gonna impress us more than doing it 4 days in a row and then disappear for 2 weeks, kinda. Or like just like I said, if you attend events, or if you
Just
if you
hanging out.
yeah, just hanging out, join our game nights, or get to know us, or like join competitions. That's always fun. It's all good fun. All right, guys, I've been rambling. This Twitter space is gonna start, and I really want to support it. So I'll be heading out to join the Twitter space. I hope to see you there as well. Everyone that joined is gonna get 2,500 XP. I'm gonna give that out right after the Twitter space. And if you join from the start to the end, I'll make sure that you get 4,000, obviously, because it takes a long time to be here, and it shows an interest, and we appreciate that. Um, Nature,
Yes.
can you take a screenshot for me to see who is still here right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. I made one.
Everybody, hold on.
Before, yeah.
Sorry. Everybody say cheese on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. All right.
All right.
I now pronounce this town hall closed. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.